We were talking about the product of the NBA, right?
Yes.
And Kyrie and the drama and all of that. And this is what sparked this conversation, Eric. Friday night, normally on Friday nights with my oldest son, we have what we call guys' night, right? Where I sneak him out of bed and we watch sports, right? And he falls asleep on the couch and then I put him back to bed. Well, it's a slow sports time, right? So
Yes.
I let him watch a movie and then the movie was over and he's like, "Aren't we supposed to watch sports?" Which was cool, but the only thing that I could turn on was the Dallas Mavericks versus the Golden State Warriors.
Oh yeah.
And when I turned it on, Golden State was up 20 and I'm like, "Bud, like this is not he's like, "No, let's watch." So we watched for a little bit and I watched for a little bit and then eventually fell asleep. And the reason why I was so uninterested in this game is one pass, 3-pointer, two pass, 3-pointer, one pass, 3-pointer, right? Fast break, stopped at the 3-point line to shoot a three. Tim Hardaway Jr. I was like, oh my gosh, you have got to be kidding me. You had a wide open lane. What is going on? And it got me thinking, because obviously playing in that game and being highlighted in that game is Steph Curry. And there's a lot of people who believe that Steph Curry has changed the game of basketball, which I think is undoubtedly true. My question, though, and it immediately sparked in my mind that I wanted to talk to you about, is that change for the better or is that change for the worse?
If I had to divide it, and I don't like doing this, but I think it's most applicable. I think it's done damage and I think it's helped it. But if I had to say what's done more of, it's done more damage.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
It's definitely done more damage. I'm going to start with the good. Steph Curry has given hope to players that don't look like LeBron James.
Okay.
You see a lot of kids now coming out huge, chiseled, looking like 20-year-olds as 12-year-olds. It's insane. Steph Curry has made it. He's opened a door for kids that maybe can't jump out the gym, that maybe don't have uber athleticism. Now I can just practice my skill at the 3-point line. And in today's NBA, that's going to keep you in the league with longevity. Now, with that said, the watchability has gone down the toilet.
Oh,
even with
awful.
the logo threes, which I love seeing them pull up from half court. I love seeing those, all-star game type shots. It doesn't make for good basketball for two reasons. Because everything is predicated on, you just said it, come across half court, one pass, couple dribbles, pull up three. Everything is the running gun Phoenix Suns offense of their early 2000s. And now it's making it unwatchable because you got guys that are pump faking for 3-pointers and trying to draw contact. Instead of running plays, instead of trying to take advantage of like situational matchups, they're just coming down trying to find a way that they can get a 3 up or go to the free throw line for 3 shots. It's inflated the 3-point and 1 for a 4-point opportunity unbelievably. It's made guys like James Harden MVP caliber players when he's unwatchable 90% of the time. Like it's even making bigs like Joel Embiid that are multi-talented, but they just stay focused on the 3-point line. And it really becomes unwatchable after a while. Like, yes, it's opened a door and it's created a new brand of basketball to watch, but it ain't for the better. I don't think so. I don't think it is.
So I'm with you, and I agree with you on how it's made it better.
Okay.
In the sense that, it's opened the door for kids that are not as athletic.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, there isn't a single kid that's not going to admit that they're not athletic enough, right? So they're not going to take the time to sit there and work on the skill of shooting a 3-pointer.
Right.
They're just going to go and just start tossing stuff up.
Yeah.
And I know this firsthand because I coached middle school basketball. And I was in a middle school for the last 8-9 years of my life, playing in the gym, all those kind of things. And I saw this firsthand. Where do kids go? There's not anymore, between the leg dribbling and getting crossing a guy over and making a guy fall and taking his ankles. Right. It's, let me take a step back. Let me take a step back farther. Let me take a step back farther. Right. And I get it that like analytically, it makes more sense to jack up as many threes because you get more points than just going to the rim and making layups. Mm-hmm. Especially when you shoot it at a high percentage like Steph Curry does.
Right.
But Steph Curry is also the greatest shooter in NBA history.
Of all time, yes.
And nobody is really close to him. Ray Allen was pretty close. Ray Allen was a great shooter.
Love Ray Allen. Yep.
But it's hurting the game of basketball, like you've said in watchability, but in the trickle-down effect as well. Because now, to the college game, people are going to jack up threes.
Yep.
That goes to the high school game, and it goes to the middle school game. Not learning the fundamentals of actually dribbling a basketball, of how to get to the lane and make layups.
Yes.
When I coached middle school, and listen, I'm not saying that like I'm an authority on this because I coach middle school basketball. Like, I understand I'm in a basement of my house, but I don't live in the basement of my house, okay?
Right.
Like, I'm not one of those kind of guys. But I can see it firsthand where it's, I'm Steph Curry. I got to jack this up. I don't know how to cross somebody over. I don't know how to make a left-handed layup or a right-handed layup for that matter, but I can shoot the ball 6 feet behind the three-point line, and I'll make one out of every 30 of them. Right. And in that way, it's ruining the game. It's to me. Look, I will readily admit I am not an NBA fan for many reasons, but mainly because the Pistons traded away Chauncey Billups, and after that, I was like, no, I'm so mad at basketball. I'm not watching it for a while, and I haven't really.
It's a good reason to unplug. I'm not mad at
that's
that.
legitimately when I stopped watching the NBA. I was all in on those go-to-work Pistons. I loved them. I wouldn't miss a game. But when Chauncey was gone, I was done with basketball because the game was changing. And, you know, having a three-point specialist, like a Bogan, right? Yeah, like the guy that can post up and you're driving and kicking, he can change a game by one shot, right?
Yep.
Now, when all the players on the floor are doing that, it's not really special anymore.
No, not at all.
And it takes away from the excitability and the excitement in the game. I mean, watching that game on Friday night, I was like, oh, this is so boring. There's nothing happening right now. It's literally get the ball to Steph, everybody clear out. Steph's either going to go one-on-one to the basket, which a very underrated part of Steph's game, which he does not get credit for.
Not at all.
Is his ability to get to the rim and score.
Yes, he's not just a shooter. Yeah,
he is not. He is a phenomenal basketball player, but nobody's watching that. Nobody's trying to. If kids would emulate his entire game, or try to emulate the entire game, that would help in a lot of ways, because he's very fundamental in the way that he dribbles the ball. He's very fundamental in the way that he passes the ball and gets to the rim. And then he's obviously very fundamental in the way that he shoots. He is an all-around basketball player.
Yes.
But all anybody wants to do is just shoot the three.
That's it, man.
And that's terrible. The problem. It's awful. I'm telling you. There was a fast break on Friday night in the third quarter where Tim Hardaway got an outlet pass up the court and stopped at the three-point line.
Yep.
There was one defender. Okay, it wasn't a breakaway. There was one defender at the foul line. I get it. But go get that guy in foul trouble. Drive to the lane. Put him on a poster. Go to the foul line. Don't jack up a three and miss.
That's out of here now.
It's the worst. It's the absolute worst. And I just it's not a good product. It is not a good product. And I don't know how you fix it, because you're not going to tell people, "Hey, stop jacking up threes."
Right? Yeah, that's not happening.
Can't do that.
No.
But you miss the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's and the pure domination of a Shaquille O'Neal, because it's non-existent.
I'll tell you the part I missed the most. For me, when I played high school, I was a mid-range shooter. So you just talk about Chauncey being your favorite. Rip was my god.
Yeah. Sure.
Running off of screens, being able to play methodical basketball, eating in that mid-range area, and even outside of Rip, like I just told you, I love Kobe, Jordan, KD, all-time great. They're predicated in that mid-range area. Kawhi Leonard, like the best of the best player, and it doesn't exist anymore. One thing that I think it has created, and maybe this is a good thing, it's either a good or a bad thing. 20-point leads now are not safe because of the three-point line. Now, that's good because it maybe creates and keeps you watching longer, but it's also ruining the integrity of the fundamentals of protecting a lead and playing smart basketball in the fourth quarter.
Well,
And you
yeah,
just don't see that
because
anymore.
nobody can play team defense anymore.
Facts.
You can't, like, when you watch the NBA, there's no help side defense anymore
No, no. If you
because
get beat, you're beat.
everybody's spread out around. It's 5 wide, and if you got the opportunity for one-on-one, you're getting like it happens occasionally. Like maybe I'm being hyperbolic that it's not happening at all, but at the same time, I'm sitting there watching. Like, there's not a defender with his foot on the paint. Like,
Mhm.
there's not a on the whatever area. I know they can't stand in the paint because they'll get a
Yeah,
defensive 3 seconds,
restricted.
but like
Yeah.
you have to have a foot on the block at least to help
Right.
protect it. Like, I understand the fundamentals of team defense, right?
Mhm.
Where's the backside help? Where's the off ball coverage, right? All of
Weird.
these things need to occur, and it like that's what our kids are watching. That's what younger basketball generations are watching, and they're like, "Ah, I got my guy. That's it. I got
That's
my
it.
guy.
Yep.
I don't need to
No
help
sagging,
you."
no sagging low, none of that. It gives me a big appreciation, and it makes me excited for these Motor City Cruise games. If you guys have not checked them out at Wayne State, check their schedule, get there because they are very talented, but they stress the importance of what we're talking about. It's basically, I don't want to be insulting when I say it because college plays a lot of methodical basketball, but the G League plays methodical but with higher upper level talent. So they're not just running gun trying to shoot threes. They set plays, they run screens, they play team basketball. It's not just all right, how can I get 40 by the end of the night and maybe get on Sports Center or go viral on Twitter? Like it's not
Right.
gonna happen. I appreciate the methodical ways of coaching. It strips the ability of coaching as well. Like
It does.
it takes away so much. Like 3 points just bail things out. And you analytics bums who have acted like it's a good thing for the league, it ain't. And I blame y'all 100%.